This is a second strategy I'll be going over for ELL students. This one is going to be for the beginning level ELL students, according to the beginning level English language proficiency standards. The strategy is actually going to be called, from the article I found, it's called Pictorial Vocabulary Teaching. And it's going to go over the content area of agriculture, since I'll be an ag science teacher, and more importantly, or more specifically, the food science and technology part of agriculture. So the teaks of it is identifying dairy products, including kosher milk products and frozen dairy desserts. And so in the beginning, that's the teaks for it. In the beginning level of the ELPS, students may have little or no ability to use or understand English in academic or social setting. They might just know their native language still and not know much English, if any at all. They might recognize concrete words or pictures and be able to build upon that going towards further levels. But for the beginning level, they may not know that academic and social setting context of a word, but they may be able to build upon that by seeing pictures or seeing the concrete objects. So what the pictorial vocabulary teaching does is it allows students to see a picture and then have a word with it, and then sometimes it allows them, like in the example I'm going to show you that I made, it allows them to see their native language word as well, so they can build upon that, so they can recognize the English word, the word for it in their native language, and then actually see a picture or see it physically. And so what you can do, the strategy suggests to develop a handout and slideshow, and I'm saying 5 to 10 target words, and so these are going to be going over dairy products, since that matches the teaks. You allow the students to see a picture of the object, then see the English word for it, and then see the native language word for it. On the PowerPoint you show them at first. So this is a PowerPoint I developed for dairy food products, because that's part of the teaks, is learning and identifying dairy foods for the food science and technology part of agriculture. Obviously, this is milk, so you show them the picture of the milk, and then that's the word. It says English word milk. And then for Spanish, which is a native language I'm going to choose, it'd be leche. So you allow them to see the picture, and then I actually got some objects that I would show them the picture and maybe the concrete object if you have it, which is a little half-gallon milk, English word, Spanish word, or native language word. Next one would be cottage cheese. So you show them the picture and the concrete object if you had it, so they can learn the vocabulary through the pictorial vocabulary method by seeing it in person and seeing it on the picture. The name of it, cottage cheese. Queso, cottage is a Spanish or native language word. Next one would be ice cream, so a picture of ice cream. The English word is ice cream, and then helado is the Spanish word or native word for it. Next one, you'd have cream cheese, so I'd show them that in my classroom, show it physically and the picture. And then that's the name of it in English, cream cheese, and then queso crema for the ELL language. And then next to last one would be yogurt, so a picture of it, yogurt, and then el yogurt in the language that they know. And then the last one, cheddar cheese, so I got some grated cheddar cheese here that I would bring to class and show them, so they obviously know what it is, but put the English word to the picture or object. Cheddar cheese and queso cheddar in their Spanish language or native language. And then that'd be showing the PowerPoint, the initial part of the strategy, the initial part of the pictorial vocabulary teaching strategy. And then the second part, you would allow them to expand upon it. They'd still be seeing the picture and putting the word to the picture. But I said you would give them a word bank. So I got it here at the bottom with milk, cream cheese, yogurt, cheddar cheese, ice cream, and cottage cheese. And you have a picture of each one. You just have blanks. They don't have to draw from memory or know how to spell it. They just have to match a word from the bottom of the word bank to the certain object. So they would see that's cheddar cheese, that's cream cheese, cottage cheese, milk, yogurt, and ice cream respectively. And they would do this without seeing the PowerPoint you just showed them. But then once they're done doing this worksheet, you would go over it with them, and you could pull back up the original slideshow so they could reflect on the picture and the native word or Spanish word, so that they could connect the English word so they could learn it better to the actual picture or concrete object. And this seems elementary, but in the article I found, this pictorial vocabulary strategy is actually used for even adult ESL classes. And for this, the TEKS match the 10th through 12th grade level, but it would also match the beginning level of the ELPS, so this strategy would be useful. The benefits of it is that they'd be able to see a new vocabulary. Like I said, they probably seen the object before, but not necessarily know the English word, so they could put the English word to the actual object and then connect it to their Spanish word or native language word, so they would know all about it. And then it says in the article that retention rates of new vocabulary words through the pictorial strategy allow them to increase by showing them the pictures and then just showing them the word, very basic, but once again covers the beginning level. And this allows for the TEKS towards agriculture and identifying dairy products to be covered. It's at a beginning level. The TEKS are covered, and then the ELL learner is able to see a picture of it through the strategy and connect with it and build upon their vocabulary and be ready to go to the intermediate level, and then the advanced level after that, and then the advanced high level after that. But starting with the beginning level is very important, and that's the strategy I would use for this TEKS and the beginning ELPS level.